guys, it's Destry. Welcome back to my Oregon yard. Today I am going to be doing some gardening. I have a project planned. It's sunny and really breezy today, but I'm going to get on this. I'm really excited to plant up a couple new planter pots today. So let me show you what I'm working on. Okay, so I just got back from the store and I did get myself a couple big pots, but I had this project in mind for a while. So let me flip the camera around and show you what I'm up to with something new today. So this, if you've been following my channel for a little bit, you know that these are my 4 Vego garden beds from last spring. I can't believe it's been almost a year that I've been doing videos. Last spring is when I started. Anyway, I'm sure you can see what's new. I did get these at Walmart, so not sponsored video or anything like that, but I think they were about $20-25 each. So, you know, nothing's on sale right now because it's spring. If I would have picked up something like this at the end of last season, that probably would have been more, you know, economical. But you know what? I think these will last for a long time. I really wanted something tall because I have these little arborvitaes to put in there, and I think it's going to provide some nice interest. So I needed something really specific. The other thing is I wanted to make sure they were really lightweight because there is grass back here. So my husband will want to mow and weed whack behind the Vego garden bed. So I want to make sure it's something that's like lightweight, easy for him to pick up. Can you check out all my spring bulbs, you guys? It's looking so pretty over here. I'm very, very happy that I did some bulbs in this bed. Anyway, I digress. So I'm going to plant up these 3 planters today. I have the arbs, and then I also have some spring, like pretty cool hardy plants. So I've got pansies, I've got some primrose, and some violas, I believe. So anyway, I thought I'd just take you along for the ride. I'm just going to set up my camera and get going on this project. I'm not sure if I will get them all 3 planted up this afternoon. Kind of depends on what the rain does because it's been really rainy. By the way, in this bed, I have my sugar snap peas planted. So I also have some sweet pea flowers that I think I might incorporate into this bed on the ends, or I might put it someplace else. But these are eating peas in these 2 beds, and I just got these new trellises, and they hopefully will work really, really well. So I made them the right size for the Vego. Anyway, again, I digress. Let me set up my camera, like I said, and get going on this. So let's see some pretty new pots today. Well, here's what I've gotten done so far, and I really like the way it looks. I think I kind of, it took me a minute to get the right height for the arborvitae, but I realized I didn't probably want to fill it up past, you know, that ridge right there. So I wanted to plant it high, but also like, so it's not like in a cave so it doesn't drown. But also, you know, I felt like the first time I did it, it was a little too high for the pot. So anyway, it took me a minute. But yeah, I'm liking the scale of them. I'm liking the fact that they're still a light color, but they're like kind of have the same, I don't know, I think they look good. Tell me in the comments what you think. So I've got the arborvitae there, and then let me show you some of the spring plants that I got for this area. Also, another thing I really like about this pots are, I forgot to tell you, they do have a drainage hole with a plug. So I took the plugs out. So that's really helpful too. Really quickly on the way into the greenhouse, I've got this lovely pot I planted up in the is bad lighting because of the sun, but I planted that up in the fall, so it's looking really pretty as I go in the greenhouse. So I'm gonna take my shoes off. Check out my shoes, you guys. This says Pacific Northwest Spring. If that doesn't say Pacific Northwest Spring, I don't know what does, okay? Oh, I probably should have put on my taller boots. Anyway, I'm gonna kick off my shoes before going into my greenhouse. I try to keep it a little bit cleaner in here, but here are the plants. And I might have shown you these in a previous video, so if I have, forgive me, but I mean, who wouldn't want to see them again? They're absolutely gorgeous. So there's this primrose here, and unfortunately, you know, the tags don't say exactly what kind. They just all say a mix, basically. So there's these, which are just gonna open. So what happened was I bought these about like 2 weeks ago, and I've had them in the greenhouse, but I noticed that they're starting to, like, they're not doing very well in their nursery pots anymore. Like, they want to stay really, really wet, especially the primroses. And, you know, it's getting warmer in here. In fact, right now my greenhouse is 83. Yeah, it's warm in here. So that's warm for these kind of cool weather plants anyway. So I think they're going to be a lot happier outside now that it is, like, it's still really rainy, but it's not, I don't know. We'll see. We might get some more freezing temperatures, but hopefully if it freezes, it will be like a light morning freeze that wears off pretty soon, because that's kind of what we've had the last couple times it's frozen in the morning. So anyway, I'm very excited about these, and I love them. I just love them. I'm excited to get them in those pots. Also, the other cool thing about those pots, you guys, is that I can change this out. So now that I have the evergreen interest, the arborvitae, I can change out what's underneath that for the seasons. I could put some you know, when I'm done with these cooler weather things, I can pull those out. I could try to place them in my garden. The primroses are kind of a tender perennial for us in zone 8, so I could try to see if they'll come back next year, or I could just treat them like kind of like an annual and get something else in there. So I could do some sweet petunias or whatever I want to do for summer planting as kind of an underplanting. I could do some lemon coral sedum, which would look really pretty to kind of drape down. So I'm excited to have those pots there as kind of like a fixture, and then I can play around with them for different container plantings that I wanted to do. So anyway, I'm excited about the project. I'm going to get at least that first pot done so I can see one of them done before I worry about the other two. So I'm going to pick a couple of these plants and let's get it planted up. Okay, well, I'm done with the first one, and this is how it turned out. I think it's really nice. The one thing I'm not too sure about is how easily this plastic, you know, shows the dirt, because it is a light color. So if they would have had this shape in a darker color, I think that probably would have been more successful, but I really like the look of the lighter color against the darker fence. So I'm just gonna have to, you know, try not to touch it too much, take a little rag to it or something, but I love the way it turned out. I think the colors are perfect for spring, and I'm excited to get the other two planted up. So my phone, which I use to record my videos, is running out of batteries. So I might not get the other two recorded, but if I can, I definitely will. But I think you get the gist. So anyway, thanks for hanging out and checking out this video today. Like I said, if I can get my battery to work a little bit longer, I'm gonna try to get the other two done. I was lucky too that I had some dirt from a previous project, which my husband and I are working on new garden beds on the other side of our yard. So this took quite a bit of dirt. In fact, what I probably should have done is put a couple logs or something in the bottom just to help weight it down, and also for the, you know, the amount of dirt it took. So I would say if you're doing this particular size, I would get at least like 2 to 3 bags of dirt, like the bigger bags, because it's deceiving. It's actually it's a lot bigger than it appears. Anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna get busy on these other two. Okay, friends, well, it's actually the next day from when I potted these pots up, and the weather has cooperated and watered everything in for me. So my sign fell down again. It keeps falling down. I need to tack it up. Anyway, these got rained on all night, and so I think that these cool plants are going to be a lot happier in these pots. But here's how they turned out. So here's a 1, a 2, a 3. Here's the second one. So it's got the yellow, and the purple. Let's see, that one had the yellow, purple. And then this one over here has the purple, yellow. And I mean, doesn't it go with this bed so nicely? It's like, bam, so pretty right here. Right here is the spot of prettiness. So anyway, I really like the way that it finished off this area. I think it gave it more structure. Depending on what I plant here, you know, hopefully things won't go over these pots, but I can always move them, right? I can always arrange them differently. But for winter interests too, I think having those arborvitae will be really nice structurally for this area. And I think it just kind of finished it off, made it look a little bit more, I don't know, more something, right? So anyway, tell me in the comments what you think, and tell me, tell me what you think about my little planting here. And I hope that you enjoyed this video. And if you need me, I'll be hanging out in my Oregon yard. I'll see you guys next time.